is Gamesline. Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Gamesline Podcast.
Ooh.
This is not the first episode of this. This is the first episode called this. Nothing else is really changing.
We got a lot of these. They're in the back.
They will continue to occur for the foreseeable future. It's me, John, the host, as usual, I guess.
Most of the time.
The new usual. The new usual, yeah.
And we're very new here. We're getting fresh new 100%. All new.
Yeah, I put on deodorant today.
Ooh, very
good.
fresh.
All right. The rest of the folks here, we got Scott, you're here.
Hi, I'm here. I'm Scott. Thank you. I'd love to be here on the Gamesline. I'm very excited. I'm completely new this time. I am now a prank YouTuber. That's my thing now. Is I like to go out in public and I love to pull pranks on people. And people have called me out many times because some of my pranks are a little problematic. But I just think they're haters.
Well, I mean, they're also fake.
How do you contend with the haters, though?
My haters are my motivators, and they make me stronger.
Wow, yeah.
And I do.
Heard that one before.
I tend to search their addresses, and then once I find them, I do a prank on them.
What's a good gamer prank?
Fucked up.
Yeah, what's a good gamer prank that you like put them onto people like a wizard? You kind of like wave your hands at someone and go pranked.
Have you ever heard of a store called GameStop? You know what I like to do is I like to call them and ask, "Hey, can I pre-order Battletoads?" And that's a good one. That gets me a lot of views.
Wow, and you just do that over and over.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a content churn. Like, it's what I do. I don't have a quote unquote real job now. I mean, this is my job, and I make tons of money off of it. But
the hustle.
Yeah. Grind culture. We're here. We're making tons of money. This is what this is all about. Is making tons of money, and I love doing pranks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Scott, your introduction makes you sound like an abysmal person.
Thank you. That's what I've been going for. I really want to just try and be the most disreputable I can be from now on.
Yeah, no, if your haters are your motivators, you're going to have so much motivation.
At this point, you're qualified to join the FaZe clan.
Oh, nice. That's a big bump to my ratings.
Solon, you're also here.
Hey,
what's your new form that you're taking?
If anyone were to hate me, I would crumple up into a little ball, and I'd be like, "Oh, please don't."
Oh, so I
can't be motivated with this.
Your new thing is you're a very little guy.
No, I'm a big
just
guy.
Just a little
That's
guy.
The thing. I gotta, represent that softness, that like ooh woo, little kind of thing. You can be big and just be like that.
No, I get that. Listen,
you can be a big little guy.
You remember how like that new Pokemon game came out and they like they changed Quagsire to being like bigger and rounder, and he's still a little guy.
Yeah, Clodsire.
Clodsire is great. And that's, I want to try to build into that, like, thing where... the other thing, Clodsire also represents, like, a muddiness and a dirty griminess, and I like that.
So you're becoming nicer and sweeter, but also way dirtier and way grimier.
Ooh. Yeah, just mud on the face, and gonna get tattoos and piercings next. That's my new update.
This is Solon Stinky mode, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we got Crest Punk form.
Yeah, okay. I played a lot of anime games this week. I'm going to tell you all about them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Don't sound so resigned.
This is the new normal for John.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just how it's going to be. I'm not arguing about it. I'm just, you're announcing the changes, so I'm rolling with it,
Little big boy Solon.
Lorelai, you're also here.
Yes, I'm also here. I'm here excited to also talk about anime games. And yeah, the saddest thing about the rebrand is I can't start singing Come On Ride the Train anymore because it's not a choo-choo.
But we're still a train. We're the game's line. We're the video game choo-choo rides the game's line.
True.
That's the mythology. That's the lore now.
So every once in a while, once in a while you can go, hey, come on, it's a choo-choo.
Mm-hmm.
It's a choo-choo train. But
I'll think about it. I can't make any promises.
But that's how we can still be choochers. We can still be on the chooch, and that's important to me.
No, we're lines people now.
We're lines folks.
We're linesmen.
Yeah, I almost said linesmen, but I don't think that covers the full gender spectrum of our team.
We're foosball players.
Yeah, exactly. We're all on the lines.
Wait. Is that what those are called? When you're like a foosball, one of those guys is like a linesman? Because they're all just like on a rail?
Yeah.
What? They're on a line.
You could also be one of the people who does electrical work.
Yep. Also involving a lot of
not fun. I've done it before. Don't be a linesman. It's not fun.
I'll try not to.
John, what's your new thing?
My new thing is reviewing shoes.
Ooh, can you give us one right now? Like what's in the tank right now?
All right, so right now they got some new shoes coming out.
Get them.
I'm not currently opening Google and typing in new shoes.
No, of course. You've got them right there next to you.
Yeah, no. I mean, we got some stuff coming out at the Foot Locker.
Oh!
Have you ever been to the Foot Locker?
Yes. I love getting shoes from there.
You got $150 Jordan Retro 3s. Jeez, that seems a little expensive.
Probably in line with that Jordan's movie is the thing. They made a movie about the Air Jordans.
That's right, yeah. I mean, it was cool that they eventually made a dude whose whole thing was that he
loved
was good
shoes.
At basketball. Because
that was Michael Jordan's whole thing, is that he loved shoes so much.
To advertise the shoes, he got really good at basketball.
Yeah.
That's hustle culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good for him.
Thinking of trying out this new thing called basketball to really supplement my shoe business.
They invented basketball back in 1994 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was after many years of shoe popularity. They needed something to do with all these shoes that made you jump higher.
Yeah. And that's what the shoe does, is it has springs at the bottom and it does let you jump very high. How high have you gotten in them?
I mean, I've gotten as high as Bugs Bunny did in the movie that they made about it.
Hell yeah.
30 under 30.
Space Jam 2?
Yes, which they made first.
As a shoe blogger, what's your favorite part of the shoe?
The sole, just like people.
Just like all of us.
That's deep.
We all have rubber on the inside.
We do.
We're full of it.
All of us took a bite of gum, and that's why we are the way that we are. Yo ho ho. Don't know what the fuck that all was. What the hell happened? Okay.
We're the new podcast.
Folks, it's a new podcast, except not really. Yeah, we renamed the site and we're relaunching. We revamped it.
We've done a lot of stuff. We've been thinking of so much about this. This is a big major change for us. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of what we're doing is gonna stay the same. It's gonna be very familiar to what you know, but we're genuinely trying out new content formats so we can produce new stuff, like different podcasts, different video series, new types of streams, stuff like that. We want to get more into we really want to jump back more into writing and getting out new reviews, new different types of very creative writing to you guys. We are the big major thing about this was our website was having some very big problems, very related to our WordPress theme. So we definitely needed to change that. But also we interrogated what it meant to be video game choo-choo, which I still love video game choo-choo. No one here hates the video game choo-choo. We're not crapping on the choo-choo.
Yeah, we talked about it and we were just look, we want to be able to post things that are serious at times. Like, we're not just, this isn't us like, putting on our big boy suit and going out and being like, we're never going to tell a joke ever again. Like, no, we just wanted this to be... I
don't do jokes anymore. I specifically do pranks.
Yeah. We are just going to be, we're going to have fun. We're going to do goofy shit. But we also just wanted this to be a place where we could feasibly be serious and not sound like jackasses by being like, hey, here's this article that we wrote about marginalized folks in gaming, or et cetera, and it's posted on the Video Game Choo Choo website. Like, it undercuts that, and we just thought that it was that it was something that needed to be changed. So
you'd say we grew up? Are we growing up as a website 10 years into making?
Maybe like, I at the very least think that we are, I think, properly representing ourselves a bit more. That's what I would say. Like, we are representing who we are. We're still having fun with it. Because, yeah, it's all train themed. It's cute. It's cool. The designs are really nice.
We've gone through so many iterations of design, so many logos, everything. We've been through so much these past 2 or so years when we've been working on this.
Yeah.
Holy heck. Oh, but it we had a vision. It genuinely came together exactly how we wanted it to, and I'm so fucking proud of what we have now.
Yeah.
I am just very excited that this is a website that will not crash every time that we do start to gain traction on something.
Yeah. That's the thing about old WordPress themes, is apparently they love to take up tons of CPU.
Mm-hmm. This is just going to be a website that's going to be able to showcase the past, present, and future of what it was in a way that is far, far more digestible. This is just going to be something that I think we all can be proud of. We all can showcase our work a lot better on, and that, I hope that you all have a good time, like, looking at the stuff that we post on there, because it's a nice site. Like, we have all these tools now that we can use.
Oh my god.
When the designer, ran us through all the stuff that we could do, I was just sitting there like, oh, fuck, that's so good. Like, how, on websites you can get, oh, this is, a related post or whatever. We could just choose what is related.
Whatever we want there.
We can create a web of content for you to traverse on.
I can make every related article to every article I post the Gamer Diaper one.
I mean, you could, but I think if you did that, I would fire a rocket launcher at you. So don't do that.
And you know what looks nice on a resume? Video Game Choo Choo. I think it sticks out. I think it's eye catching. But you know what looks nice and professional? Gameline. Gameline. It's fun to say too. I love Gameline.
Gameline.
Lorelai, can we get a Gameline?
Gameline.
That was good. Solon?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm full.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I've got to kind of get ready because we've got a lot of news to cover, so my tummy is rumbling.
All right, okay. Here, y'all want to talk about news? Let's hit the news. We got news on the Microsoft Activision merger, or rather, a potential stoppage to it, because the Competition and Markets Authority over in the UK said that they cannot do it because of a, quote, reduced innovation and less choice in cloud gaming. Which is definitely the funniest aspect of it. They are absolutely in the right to be, putting a stop to this, I would say.
Yeah, blocking a potential monopoly, yeah.
But it is just incredibly funny that the exact reason why they're doing it is because of cloud gaming, which nobody uses.
And I believe very specifically was cited that other cloud gaming platforms such as Google have not been as successible. So you can directly thank the Google Stadia for making sure Activision-Blizzard never merged with Microsoft.
Mm-hmm. It's such a weird reason to block it, though.
It is.
It makes no sense because Sony does have their own little cloud gaming shit,
which is also not very good.
Yes. The Stadia was actually probably better than all of them. That's the sad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Stadia actually, some of the games on there worked smoothly for the most part, whereas when you do the Sony one, I couldn't even go back to, like, I was trying to play through all the Saints Row games, and I could not play Saints Row 2 through the streaming service. It was the laggiest experience I've ever had, and that's not like a huge, graphically complex, tons of stuff loading game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. And whereas Stadia, it at least worked. They just sucked at advertising it, at selling it. It probably could have worked if they had an advertising team or put any money into it whatsoever.
Well, yeah, that's Google for you.
I don't think it's bizarre that the cloud platform is the reason that they're blocking it. I think the thing that's most absurd to me is that this is being blocked at all, just because it's so common sense that Microsoft and Activision-Blizzard should not merge at all. Absolutely not. This is day one. Like, this is 101 for monopolies. And that every other country is totally fine with this, that it's the UK that's blocking it, a country whose labor precedence, as far as I understand it, is that when they block a monopoly, you're done. They're going to, Microsoft and Activision have tried to appeal this, and it was unsuccessful, the appeal as well, because UK doesn't play.
The successful appeal rate on this kind of blockage is basically 0.
Yeah. And the only kind of like fascinating tidbit about it that I find like really cool is that they're 1,000% right that it's because of cloud gaming, and not because cloud gaming is something that works or successful, but like there's a lot of pieces of cloud gaming that create international, like, hey, if you can do cloud gaming from somewhere with a good internet connection, then you can do cloud gaming from anywhere, right? And I've got students in my school that's how they play Fortnite on their Chromebooks, because that's what you do. And the most successful cloud gaming things right now is the stuff that Microsoft is in the nascency of doing, and the graphics card developers, NVIDIA. And those projects have actually been extremely successful in a way where the only people that can possibly get into this business are massive corporations.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be Microsoft sized. You have to be larger than Microsoft sized to efficiently get this kind of business going. And the UK is correct, and they see the writing on the wall that, yeah, if you let this deal go through, then you have a monopoly on exactly that very specific part of gaming, which is not the first thing people think about, but it is kind of immediately important. It's strange seeing a deal like this be blocked that makes sense and is prescient, like modern. Yeah, it's wild.
So yeah, like Scott said, it's pretty much dead in the water because the CMA just does not like reverse on appeal like ever. And apparently this would block the merger from happening for the next 10 years if it ever does. So,
oh boy.
Yeah, I guess meet back here in 10 years to see what happens, because
Can't wait.
What would our name be then?
We'll fucking see.
Gamesline 2.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have a different website that time. Again, it'll be our second relaunch.
But it'll still be backed by WordPress. We'll still be on the archaic
and
technology.
weirdly, we'll be owned by Spotify. It's gonna be so strange.
Yeah.
We'll fucking see how it all shakes out. So we got a trailer for a game, and we got a trailer for a TV show based on a game. They put out a teaser trailer for the Twisted Metal TV show, which didn't really show anything. It showed Anthony Mackie dancing around to Steal My Sunshine, and you know what? That song's so good. I love that song.
So good.
It's a little teaser. It definitely teased.
Yeah.
And they showed Sweet Tooth, who is being played by both Samoa Joe and Will Arnett at the same time.
That's really silly.
I honestly would die for on the next episode of, AEW Dynamite to have Samoa Joe come out to cut a promo and have it be overdubbed by Will Arnett.
That would be very funny. I'm very upset about that because Samoa Joe is a great talker.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he's genuinely top 10 in the world. Like, anytime that dude picks up a mic, it's so fucking amazing to hear. I don't know if he has the problem a lot of wrestlers do, where it's like, even if they're good at like talking on a promo mic, like they only genuinely have like one setting, and it's like as soon as you're put into an acting role, you're just completely like you just you have one setting and you can't actually like get to those different levels you need to get to. The fact that he's being voiced by Will Arnett is like, sure, why not? But they should just let that dude talk.
Yeah.
He's great. Like, I picture him as Sweet Tooth. Like, it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
That's such a bummer.
I kind of get it, just in the fact that, like, I've seen, like, footage of Twisted Metal, and, like, yeah, Samoa Joe, like, has the look perfectly, but, like I've heard, like, it's not like his, it's just the voice acting kind of thing, basically.
The thing is, sorry to interrupt, but the thing is, like, I think if you got a drastically different voice actor, like if you got someone who does something more high pitched, more like Joker-y to be to do Sweet Tooth, like, yeah, that would work. But Will Arnett is in like generally the same register as Samoa Joe.
Will Arnett is a genuinely good voice actor.
He's great. I love Will Arnett. I fucking love
lots of different things.
Yeah, like I it's no shade on him, but it's like, man, they should really let people who are good at this like do, like, instead of just falling back on celebrity.
I'm not saying that I don't think Samoa Joe could voice act. I'm just saying, like, specifically for Sweet Tooth's voice.
He has done voice acting.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, Sweet Tooth's voice specifically in the games sounds like Will Arnett. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they 100% just did it because they want Sweet Tooth to sound like Sweet Tooth. That is what they're doing.
And, like, I like Samoa Joe, but I also remember the voice acting of Cyborg Arm Samoa Joe from WWE 2K21, and Samoa Joe
I don't even think you can count that.
Not the best voice actor, even when he's playing himself.
I would blame the material on that, and probably the fact that he was...
Yeah, but then again, every wrestler in the WWE games, hello, I am a wrestler. It's good to meet you.
Probably also the fact that, he was probably on the road at the time of recording, and you know what they do, like, is they just set up a recording booth backstage, and they fucking do the recording fucking an hour before showtime, you know? Like, it's not full voice acting prep. I imagine he probably had more time and more practice because he's, like, I believe was out of action at the time, but it's still, like, he's still working an entirely other job. Like, he was doing commentary at the same time. He was there and he was busy. You know? It's so like, it's man. I like hearing Samoa Joe, so an opportunity where I'm not hearing him is sad to me.
There's a little part of me that's like, oh man, you get beautiful brown Samoa Joe getting overcast and overdubbed by the whitest man in the fucking world. That's like one part of it. There's part of me that's like, oh, you get an A-lister actor that's like overdubbing over a lesser D-lister kind of celebrity. It's like, oh, come on. But there's the other part of me that goes, ooh, 2 credits for 1 role. Let's go.
Yeah.
Extra money, pay them.
At some point, we're going to see Samoa Joe and Will Arnett like hugging each other.
They're going to hang out.
They're going to hang out. And the other part of me is like, okay, this is enlightened, actually.
It's wild. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Samoa Joe going to put a coquina clutch on Will Arnett in the middle of the ring. Will Arnett's
enemies.
He'll do it, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get Will in the ring. Let's go, please. Oh, I need him in an AEW ring.
All of this is kind of moot, though. This is on Peacock, which is a streaming service, technically.
That doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be bad.
I don't know if it's going to be bad. I just don't know if it's going to, like, is it going to exist after a year? Who knows?
They're also smart enough that it's half-hour episodes and not hour-long, because I honestly don't think I could sit and watch, like, hour-long prestige television Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good call, actually. That makes me more excited to see it.
It looks fine, I guess. I don't know.
What's our other trailer? Because there's nothing to look at in the Twisted Metal trailer. Is the other one got something?
They did a trailer for the Armored Core, the 6th one.
We're so fucking back.
It's coming out August 25th of this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go. Oh yeah. Okay. So I just have to say, they showed some enemies in this. These little roly-poly mechs that are rolling around, and then they come up and they shoot guns out of, like, the entire side of their body, and I'm like, that's a fucking Dark Souls enemy, baby. Like, that's like, Miyazaki's been all up in this. I'm so excited. This is gonna kick so much ass. I played Armored Core 2, I think, like way back in the day. I'm not a huge Armored Core head. Do not remember much about it. Loved hitting big mechs with a big energy sword. So I'm very excited to get back into it in a game by probably my favorite studio right now.
Yeah.
It's just so shocking how quickly we've come after Elden Ring. It had the biggest launch of last year. And they're just like, yeah, how about you want to do that again in 3 months?
Here's the thing is, like, Dark Souls 2 came out, and then Bloodborne came out, and then Dark Souls 3 came out, like, within years of each other. Like, they're used to developing multiple things at the same time, and then, like, releasing them very close. Like, the fact that Elden Ring was such a big, long, like, departure away from Sekiro was like, oh, they are really jumping into something they haven't done before, making a big open world game. So it clearly took the fucking time.
Wow, yeah, this trailer is 3 minutes straight of just action. It is long. It
looks so good.
They are giving you everything in this.
Oh, it looks so killer. I genuinely can't wait. I am so excited, not just to play it, but also to, like, sit in a fucking bay and, like, mess around with tiny little bits on my mech. Ooh, sounds so fucking fulfilling. I want to buy an engine that's gonna change how my mech moves by, like, a minuscule amount, you know? Mm-hmm. It's gonna change my energy output so I can swing my sword maybe 1 or 2 more times. Fuck, this is gonna be great.
I don't know. I think I played the first Armored Core on, like, a demo disc when I was, like, 5, so I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
So that's my relation to Armored Core. I don't know jack shit.
I can't wait to see the Moonlight Greatsword in this game.
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he tells you anything, I made a tweet that was like, oh man, wouldn't it be funny if they put the Moonlight Greatsword in Armored Core? And I got like 1 million people being like, fool!
You fool, you monster.
You fucking moron.
Lilith, the person who made the PSX Bloodborne, made that exact tweet, but as a joke, because she is also an Armored Core head.
I'm sorry, I don't know things, okay? Let me live.
It's okay if you don't know all the FromSoft company lore.
Yeah, because I don't play their games.
You don't know about the battle between Seath and Calamite.
I don't, and I don't want to.
Are they gonna fucking make like a King's Quest 5 or not King's Quest, but a Kingsfield like 5 next year?
So the sort of like rumoring around Sekiro that it was supposed to be like a Tenchu like remake, and then it just sort of eventually became its own IP. So it's like the idea that they would make a Kingsfield game doesn't seem totally out of the realm of possibility, but I can't really imagine they would do that.
They'd probably start making it and go, you know what? We're going to call this Elden Ring instead.
I was going to say.
Yeah, that's the thing is that they remade Kingsfield. It's just called Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But it's like, I would love for them to like approach that first person, like slow, methodical, like spell hunting kind of game again. Like, there was a game that came out fairly recently. It's Lune Acid. It's this, it's in early access right now. And it tries to go for the very specific Kingsfield style. And it fucking nails it. It's dope as hell. You should check out Lune Acid if you really want to like get a new kind of Kingsfield game.
I want to hear about the new games that are coming out if Lorelai doesn't mind talking about some of the new hotness.
I don't mind talking about what I've been playing. So let's since I'm the person who's dedicated to playing open world games that probably shouldn't exist, I've been playing Dead Island 2.
Let's fucking go.
Like the first game, the story barely exists. You're very repetitively doing like very similar tasks, but holy shit, the combat feels so good. They finally nailed the feeling of the early betas of the first game. Like the first game, you played I played the beta at PAX, and I was like, this feels fucking incredible. The melee combat just was like really chunky and felt really, really good. And then the game came out and it did not feel that way. well, this time around it actually feels that way. Like, it feels really good to just wind up your big, powerful attack and, like, smash a zombie's head in with an electric hammer. The way every single, like, there are tons of different weapon mods, and every single one of them changes the look of your weapon. So, like, if you add electrical, it adds little wires going up everything. If you add fire, it adds, like, a little fuel tank that's constantly burning and stuff like that are just nice little touches, so that things look different and your builds never look exactly the same. And instead of having a leveling system like the first one did, where, hey, you just had each character had its own specific skill tree, in this one there are just a ton of different skill cards for you to work up your build. And as you level up, you open up more slots to put things in, but all of them do, like, really cool things, like, hey, regen or healing or more damage or different attack types for your jump kick or different special attacks and stuff like that. And then about halfway through the game, you unlock Fury mode, which is where it's like, did anyone ever watch the iZombie TV series?
No.
It's like, hey, you can go full on zombie mode.
Okay.
You get to be a zombie.
You just go full zombie and you just start claw ripping apart everything with your bare hands, and it fucking rules. Every moment of combat in that game feels so good that it has it has surpassed what I expected. Like, I still don't think it's as good as the original follow-up, which was the other zombie game that Techland made after they made Dead Island 1. What was it? The one with the parkour.
Dying Light?
Yes. Like, they made that, Dying Light 2 sucked. This is the exact opposite, where they took something that sucked, like, Dying Light, they made something good, and then they made it suck. In this, they made something bad, and they made it really good. They learned all the lessons from the first one.
I remember Dead Island 1 feeling very exploitative and kind of colonizer-y and stuff. Where are you at in Dead Island 2?
Oh, it's in L.A.
What? That's not an island, though. Wait.
It's not an island.
Yet?
It's L.A. and Hollywood. And there are lots of little fun touches in there that are just, instead of the Oscars, you have the Romeros, and you're going down a big red carpet in the middle of downtown Hollywood, which they captured a lot of that stuff really, really well. Like, going through movie sets and finding sci-fi guns from the sci-fi movie that actually are just a pistol with random things attached to it. It's kind of fucking hilarious.
I can't believe it took them one whole game to get rid of the island concept in Dead Island. They went continental this time.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically on an island. North America's an island, right?
It's a continent! Lorelai!
What is the world if not an island?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to deconstruct Dead Island 2 for them.
The Panama Canal forms a break that's all the way through, making it an island.
Oh, I'm going to show you a Panama Canal.
Okay.
I've heard enough.
But all seriousness, the game is, like, really fun. The different, like, main characters that you can choose from are really fun. Like, the character I'm playing as is Amy, who's a Paralympian, so she has a prosthetic leg. So all of her animations are unique compared to the other characters because she's, like, crushing heads with a prosthetic leg. And
that's metal as fuck.
Really, really cool how well it's done. And just, I am shocked I am enjoying it as much as I am. Like, even just playing alone is fun, and then just having some rando join me in co-op has also been just an absolute blast, because then you're just tearing everything apart.
It's good to hear that it is fun, because it's like, I've been watching some people play it like on and off, and it's like I can't tell if this is a fun game or it's just like the people playing it are having dumb fun, because it seems like a dumb fun kind of game, you know?
It is. It's much better dumb fun than Saints Row was. Saints Row was dumb fun. It's not the worst game, but it's not a good game. Like, I will defend it that I had a ton of fun with it when I played through, but it's not one I'm going to go back to ever, probably. Like, I might play whatever DLC they add, maybe, but like this, I actually can see myself coming back to and just jumping into co-op for a fun little shit show for an hour.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. I do want to play it, but the $70 price point is like,
that's what got me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's understandable, because, like, I mean, current games jumping up to $70 is, yeah, it's intimidating. But
I don't remember if we put it on the news, but there was a recent story about
I think it was Sony and Activision.
Yes.
They said, "Oh, hey, we're selling less games after we raise the price to $70." It's just like, oh, really?
I see.
Wow.
I wonder why.
What a coinky dink.
Yeah.
I mean, $60 was already such an ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I'm hoping that like once they finally stop pooping on themselves, they finally bring it back down to 60. I'm hoping that trend sort of stays the same for a while, and they're like, bring it back down to 50, and that just sort of like cascades into us getting $20 games again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it. Let's make them cheaper than they ever have been. We need games.
I'm typing in monkey inflation into my Google browser.
Yeah.
And Google is telling me that the first link says, never pay more than $45.22 for a computer game.
You know what?
That's the Monkey Island inflation calculator.
You know what? That seems fair to me. I would
Right? That seems like $45, yeah.
Like a friend of mine keeps saying, $40 is a good price for a game. $40 is a very buyable price for a game, especially like a big budget game. Obviously, like there were a couple games that were like smaller indie titles that were $40 for a while. That, like, you know, much harder pill to swallow, especially if it's the kind of thing where it's like, you know, I definitely know I'm going to be playing this for 3 hours tops, but how can you put a price on art? You know, whole big discussion to be had. $70 is far too much for a game.
But no, I've been having a ton of fun, to the point where there were a couple of nights where I booted it up at 9 p.m., intending to, hey, okay, I'll play until I'm ready to go to bed around midnight, and then I looked at the clock and it was 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So...
Yep.
What seems really cool to me out of this is, like, and what I didn't really expect was the sheer variety of not just, like, elemental, but also, like, environmental interplay, where there are so many situations where you're just like, oh, there's water on the ground. If I use some electricity, that's going to cause, like, an electric reaction. And it's like, you have all these sort of things that sort of, like, chain react on each other, and that, like, creates really interesting gameplay moments. And I don't see a lot of
cans with unlimited water or fuel to the point where you can literally make a trail across an entire map, electrocute it, and watch the whole thing go up.
Oh, that rocks.
It fucking rules.
That kind of I love that fucking kind of creativity in games. Yeah, it seems neat. I definitely want to give it a try at some point. I've heard some of the boss fights are maybe not super interesting.
I mean, all they are is the rare monsters you fight.
Yeah, and they just
that's
have, like,
all they
more
are.
health.
Is all the boss fights are just like, hey, we're introducing the Crusher, we're introducing the the Screamer, we're introducing this kind of monster, this one. So you fight a boss version of it, and then it becomes a regular enemy.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's still fun.
I also haven't heard much about the story at all.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We could just move on from there.
It exists.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
It's Dead Island 2.
It's better than the first, but that's not exactly saying much.
Fair.
Being story absent would be better than the first.
The quality of it is all in the side quests. Like, if I could hang out with all the people who give you side quests, it would be much, much better.
Sure.
But that was the same thing with the first one in Riptide, is like all the good writing was in the side quests. Whereas in this case, I mean, the main story exists. It's not terrible, but it just ends super abruptly. And all the fun shit's in the side quests.
Scott, hit me with something. What have you been playing?
Our good buddy and fellow linesman, Skull, Spencer, on the website, Gamesline, has very strongly recommended the game Shadows of Doubt, and I picked it up, and man, this game is amazing. It's very much in the, like, the Deus Ex sort of immersive sim kind of genre, but it's way less of, like, a shooter that you're trying to get through. Like, there are guns in it, but I have never picked one up. I've never even thought of shooting a gun. That seems insane to me. Instead, you are a private detective. Things are going bad in your life, and you are just in a shitty cyberpunk dystopia. I don't know if all of the story elements are totally generated once you start a game, but I've been playing through the initial, like, tutorial campaign where things seem to be way more set in stone, which means the megacorp that runs everything is just Coca-Cola. Like, it is just Coke. Coke owns the United States. And that's good. Like, that's great. Good for them. They're doing good. But yeah, you're going out, you're solving mysteries, you are just trying to survive. The game seems impossible in the sense of, like, I don't know how this exists. It generates like a full map full of NPCs who all just are living their own lives and doing their own things. They all have their own generated, like, paths that they follow around, and entire world is like simulated. And the world that I'm starting in is not necessarily like a very big world. It's about like it's like a 4x4 block pretty much. But the very first case that I take on is like someone slips a note under my door, and it's like, hey, you need to find this person. And you go and you search for them, you figure out who they are. Through the process of figuring out who they are leads you to using the, like, pinboard interface, which is a menu where you can just put whatever notes you have on a board, and it will automatically link together anything that is 100% for sure related. You can also pin things yourself in case there's something like, oh, I don't necessarily know, like, my character does not 100% know for certain or can't confirm that these two things are related, but I can, like, I assume that they are. So I'm going to link these things just for my own, like, just to remember. Mm-hmm. And it's so, you can pick up anything in the world, examine anything in the world, and turn that into a note that is on your board. Like, any item, any character, any small piece of information, like, you have a fingerprint scanner and you can just scan around and, like, try and find people's fingerprints and link them to other people. It is truly nuts the amount of things you can do. It is also very much a Coen Brothers simulator kind of thing where things just go wrong very quickly, which I love so much. Like, my first attempt at solving this mystery was I break into the apartment where the guy I'm trying to find is. Spoilers, you find him dead on the ground. I didn't realize that there was a camera outside his apartment, so I am now in an apartment where there is a dead body and there is video footage of that exists. And then shortly after doing some investigating, some cops just show up at the door, and I have to, I'm like, okay, great, awesome, I need to get out of here. I slip into a vent, I crawl down the vent system is, like, impossibly long and huge. I start to get cold in the vent. Cold in a way that, I am literally freezing. If I don't go to a warmer spot, I will freeze to death in this vent. So I just pop out into someone's apartment. Just someone else's apartment in this apartment building that I'm like trying to escape. And that person is just sitting there. Like, I pop into their bedroom. It's completely dark. I sneak over to the door. I open it. They're just sitting on the couch, like watching TV. I try to sneak by them. They very quickly notice me, and I just rush to their door. I try to open it. The door is locked, so I'm like sitting there trying to pick their lock from the inside while they're just standing right next to me, kicking me repeatedly. Like this one single woman who lives by herself just will not let me leave her house without getting my ass kicked. Like, I'm not gonna fight her. I broke into her house. I replayed that scenario trying to like, make sure I didn't, like, I would fuck things up less. And I find all the evidence I need. I sneak out through the vent the same way. I go to a different apartment instead. I pop out and, like, it seems like everything is clear here. The person is in the bedroom, and I have like popped into their bathroom, and I just need to go through the living room, get out of the apartment, and I'm fine. I get to the point in the living room where I can see the door, and then the door opens, and it's another person who lives in this apartment. And then him and the woman that's in there just start arguing about him, like, coming home late and drunk. And I'm just, like, sitting there. They haven't noticed me. And they're just taking up the space that I need to get out, just yelling at each other this entire time. I'm just like, okay, guys, any second now. I would love to just squeak by. And then I start to see the woman come out of the bedroom and start to approach me. I duck into her bedroom, like, without her noticing me. The husband comes out into the living room, and they start fighting in there. And I'm just like, okay, perfect. And I just, like, bolt straight out the door. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, you're getting into these situations, and all of them are not scripted. Like, these are all just generated situations, but they feel so natural, and it's so cool. I haven't started, like, a full proc gen world yet. I'm very excited to try that. I just got to the point in the, like, the starter campaign where I've been kicked out of my house for not meeting payments. So I'm now living in a shithole in the bottom of a, like, big apartment building. There are bugs on my floor. I can apparently decorate my room. This game has room decoration in it. There's just, like, an impossible amount of things you can do in this game. I got a mod that will instantly give me $5,000, but it is from the Coke Corporation that owns the entire world. Uninstalling it costs $6,000. That uninstall cost does go down by $5 every time I drink one of their products, and there is a side effect that they don't tell you about until you install it, where you start to lose vision, and, like, you start to get sick unless you drink a Coke product.
Oh my god.
And the other part of that is if you drink a competitor's product, it increases the uninstall price by $1.
Incredible.
It's so fucking cool. This game rocks.
Every time I look at it, I just see the Pepe Sylvia meme from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Because, like, that whole game looks like a Charlie Day simulator. Like, that's what you're doing.
It is, yeah. You're just making tons of connections. You can make tons of wrong connections, too. Like, you can really overthink this entire thing. It's genuinely brilliant. It's still in early access. They still have a lot of kinks to work out, but, like, the stuff that's here already is super impressive. I wish there was more to conversations. Like, I would love to be able to do more things talking to people, but it's so far, like, it has a set of, like, a bunch of, like, prescribed things that you can ask, and, like, occasionally it will have a different dialogue option depending on the case you're on. I would like to see more out of that system specifically. But it's great. I'm having a great time. Highly recommend it. Just jump in. Try not to overthink the systems too much. You'll have a great time. That is Shadows of Doubt.
Mm-hmm. Solon, the things that we've been playing kind of overlap.
Sure, go for it. You're also playing the newest hotness right now.
Yeah. So you're on your stream to our BSP on Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been playing the Xenoblade games.
I've been playing all of the Xenoblade games.
Yeah, so you played the first one on the Wii, right? The original
Wii
version.
On the original Wii version, which still looks gorgeous for a 2010 game, and plays really well. They did not make me waggle once the entire time.
Yeah,
which was
and now
refreshing.
You're playing 2
on the Switch. Yes, updated, very fresh. Very
How
fresh.
Are you feeling about each of those experiences? Because I have been playing the newest Xenoblade experience, Future Redeemed, on the Nintendo Switch, the 3 DLC.
God, yeah, these Xenoblade games keep having these like big DLC packs, and I was, put this together like I'll play every Xenoblade game as fast as I can. I'm 76 hours into this trilogy, and I'm expecting another like 130 or something like that. Like, it's ludicrously large, right? And I start this thing being like, all right, I've got 130 hours of game ahead of me. It'll be fine. And then DLC comes out. All right, I've got 150 hours ahead of me. It'll be fine. The Xenoblade Chronicles was awesome. An incredible game, something that I easily recommend to everybody. Like, hey, if you want to play a progenitor RPG, something that bridges the gap between the oldest RPGs and the newest. Something that's in the middle that bridges you into the modern era of JRPGs, like the systems that you do. This is one of the first action RPGs where you're doing something like turn-based battle, but in an active environment. And on top of that, it's just incredible. Like, every step of it, they hit all of their marks way harder than they should. And inside of it all, it just tells this incredibly concise story about moving on past trauma. And the main character, Shulk, is a bastion for an entire party of people who uses his power and his strength to lead and to give hope to people who should, in all likeliness, be hopeless, because not only is their world crumbling down, but they're finding out that the entire world is crumbling down, and that the world outside of that world is also crumbling down. And so as these layers come on and they hit, they all look to this weird little blonde kid with a funny red sword that lights up like a glow stick, that they all call the Monado. And the Monado is a tool that Shulk uses to give people peace and bring them to a place where they don't feel hopeless, even though they should. And so it's really good. I really loved that first game, and that moves us into the second game, which is different. And it has a lot of different things that it's moving with, because Xenoblade Chronicles is an impressively large game whose gameplay parts specifically don't necessarily work super smoothly, because they were trying a lot of things, and most of them stuck in a really cool way, and a lot of them just kind of hang there like, I don't want to deal with these systems in this game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 does fix a lot of that and makes a game that is so easy to play. It is easy to just sink into and feel so comfortable with inside of a very modern anime type of game that has a lot of the genre expectations of a kind of the pop sensibilities of anime at the time, which means that you've got characters that are representing a lot of Japanese words that I don't know, like chuni or one of those things. They're all
hitting on words.
They're hitting on tropes, though. I hope that makes sense, because I feel like that's what I'm seeing but I don't know the tropes very well, so I'm seeing these things and going, this makes sense to someone who's not me. It's a funny joke to someone who's not me, and this character's whole thing is being that. And so it's hard to, it doesn't feel as like nuanced in that character department, which is what I was really about with the first game. But outside of that, I'm halfway through it. I'm a little less than halfway through it, and I feel like it's leading somewhere.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of good story beats, twists, and turns so far that infer that our main character, Rex, is a underclass hero. He's a kid. He comes from literally burying himself in the trenches of the sea to pull up and salvage his garbage and turns it into treasure. And he is now the like chosen one. He is the Excalibur boy, like Shulk was in the first one. And as the Excalibur boy, everyone looks at him and goes, "Oh, this dirt guy? Okay, whatever." And being the chosen one,
his Excalibur sword, instead of it being a sword that lets him see into the future, is a big titty anime woman who is also two big titty anime women at the same time.
You in Xenoblade tradition, this guy and girl pair, they marry each other emotionally immediately.
Yes.
And the big twist is that your titty anime wife that lives inside of your sword has a girlfriend too. They're just friends. And so I'm going through all these steps.
They are the same.
It is very exciting and cool seeing the Rex, Pyra, Mithra like trinity here. They're fun characters with good personalities. But the meat that I'm enjoying is like, hey, this is a underclass person with immense amounts of world-ending power, and he has to now contend with everybody having eyes on him. Even though he is a salvager, he's always been a salvager. That's all. It's like he is a NASCAR driver. All he's ever wanted to do is race cars. All he wants to do is race in a circle, and anything outside of that world is completely foreign to him. So he's diving into a world of global politics and geopolitics and interstellar stuff that he couldn't possibly know anything about, and that part's really charming.
Yeah.
I am liking that a lot, and I think that they're setting this up in ways where Rex is going to look like sterling gold by the end of this, and we have so much room for more twists and stuff, and the minute-to-minute story beats and twists in this have been coming too slowly for my liking, but they are solid. They're fine. They're pretty good.
No, I get it, because, yeah, like, I would say the thing with Xenoblade 2, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, here's my take here.
Yeah.
The story is just a lot of crazy shit happening. It's basically incomprehensible at times. By the time you're at the end of that game, you're just like, all right, it's over, I guess. But the character interaction is what really shines. Like, I just love that cast, and seeing them makes me happy. And so, you know, like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I think with Xenoblade 1, they did a good job with crafting a world. 2, they crafted a cast. And 3, they did both. I think that is what they ended up doing. So I'm really looking forward to how you feel about 3, because I think 3 is like sensational, of course. But like,
also Torna.
The interesting thing about these games, the extra special interesting thing about these games is that for some reason they continue to improve on the games, even in their like DLC expansions. So it's like after they finished 2, they did a DLC expansion, Torna, the Golden Country or whatever it's called. And they improved on Xenoblade 2, and it was one of those things where it's like, okay, is this just going to be how 3 is? And then they improved on that for 3, and then they made a DLC for 3, and they kept going. Like, they added more stuff. And it's like, this is the end of the series. It's just wild to me, you know? Like, I mean, sure, they're going to make more games after this, but it's just like, yeah, there's not going to be another Chronicles.
Yeah, they're not acting like it's over, but they're just throwing everything at it.
The fact that in the last 2 years, they also released a DLC expansion that is very similar to, like, the Torna thing for Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on the Switch is also fucking wild.
Yeah, it's nowhere near as like large. From what I've seen, I'm still only a ways into Future Redeemed, but it seems like it's basically like Future Redeemed is its size is like in between Torna and Future Connected. Because Future Connected is not that long. It's I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like saying, oh, it's like 10 hours or so comparatively. When Torna is like, oh yeah, no, they just dropped like another 40-hour fucking expansion for Xenoblade 2. That is like, Torna is its own game, and that is why they released it on a physical cart, because it is just another game. But to talk a little bit about Future Redeemed, I guess, yeah, I mean, it is more of 3, you know, the same combat and all that. But the big things that they added are you have like a little item that like the things that they improved upon here were exploration. They made the map better because they just straight up give you like, this is how many things are on the map still kind of stuff, you know, like you still need to find blank number of treasure chests, which, you know, that's really basic like Western, you know, collectathon bullshit, but like it's kind of appreciated here just because like these games just have so much shit, and it's not like the world is poorly designed, but it is just way more useful to be like, okay, I can see where everything on this map, like, I can see this map, I can traverse this map, I know where I'm going in a sense, but now we have, like, an actual, like, plan we have an idea of what's missing that I didn't pick up from walking around the map initially. And, you know, there's an item finder basically that's just like, hey, this is gonna ping and kind of show you if there's something close by and stuff like that. And then, you know, just like different combat mechanics. Like there's a unity attack now, which is just like you pick characters and you team them up. Like they don't even have to be specific teams. You can make a team, and then they do like super moves here and there that you're supposed to do like at the end of combos. So you're just like, hey, I want the new main character, Matthew, to team up with some returning characters, and then they do a move. Or I want Matthew to team up with his partner A, and then they do a different move, and it has different properties and like stuff like that. And you know, they built upon the gameplay of 3 to make it better. And like, yeah, they absolutely did not have to do that. Because they could have just been like, yeah, here's more of 3, and it would have been A-okay. But no, they're doing fucking, they're doing more. They're working on more. They're making the game better. I'm extremely happy.
Well, where are we at on the scale? In the scale of Xenoblade games, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is sad boy gaming. It is sadcore, is super sadcore. It's awesome. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is definitely not sadcore. It is
hope punk, as it were.
It is so hope punk. It's so hopeful. Torna, I'm sure, is going to be a return to sadcore, because I know the Torna crew in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and that's the cast of Nomura designed, Tetsuya Nomura designed them, and they sure do look like Organization 13 sad boys.
Yeah.
So I figure Xenoblade 3, in tradition, they find that balance. Where does the DLC land? Sad boy to hope punk?
I'm not sure yet.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would say just because of the way that the story goes in 3, it feels like this is, because it is a prequel, so it feels like it is just like setting up that balance in 3. So you can't really take that separately, like you kind of can with Torna. So I would say that just, you know, think of this as just like an extension of the story with some returning stuff and some extra cool shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
cool.
With the way they've improved on things with each one, that's what has me like ridiculously excited for the future of whatever they are going to do. It's just one of the things I'm sad you're missing out on, though, Solon, is Xenoblade Chronicles X. If they were to do a sequel to that and improve on it the way they have Xenoblade Chronicles, it would be the greatest video game ever made.
Like, let's just be completely clear about that. Is in the same interview that they said, "Oh yeah, we want to do a Xenoblade Chronicles 3." they did say that they wanted to do an X2. So I would not be surprised if that wasn't the next thing they do. I think they're probably just going to do an X2.
Because like the first thing I did when I finished hooking up my TV yesterday was plug in my Wii U and went back to X because like watching you play through all those made me want to.
You want to go big robot mode?
Big robot mode. Being able to fly around just an incredibly well-designed giant map and hang out listening to ridiculously good music. It's kind of a wild time, but like honestly, there's some of the things that like you going through 2 and like a question I have about the new one, the DLC is like 2 was really where they started to figure out side quests actually being important instead of just being dotted on the map and being 90% pointless and like they were in 1.
Yes, yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles does that MMO thing where there's like a quest giver and they give you 10 quests to slay 3 monsters of each type in the world. Yeah,
and 95% of them are fucking pointless. Whereas in 2, the side quests are a little more. You still have those ones, but it's easier to spot the ones that are actually important, and there are a lot more important ones. They're like 80% important and 20% fetch quests that are garbage.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say that it's maybe like 50-50.
50-50
but it's all demarcated in a more constructive way that lets you, see what's going on easier.
Yeah, I would say that like once Torna hit, that was when they were like, okay, yeah, we do need to make people give a shit with these side quests. Like I remember like really feeling like I should do everything in Torna, and then 3 came out and it was like, yeah, they learned the right things from these games that like you need to make the side characters important too because it fleshes out the world. And they did that. They did that in 3 to aplomb, like not just the like heroes, because like I would say the best side stories in 2 are all the ones that are about the different blades you can summon,
like the big bunny.
Apparently,
the big fat bunny that loves food.
Oh, that one. Yeah, sure. Okay,
big fat robo bunny. I love that guy.
Right. Okay.
Oh, Borneo. I like him. Yeah. He's really nice. He's sweet.
Yeah, but I mean, like I think they realized like, we need to do more to flesh out the world and make it feel alive, and I think they nailed it in 3. So yeah, I'm interested to see more of you going through it. Just like I fucking love this series, and so I'm happy that you're playing through it and all that.
One of my main ruminations has been looking at the work of Tetsuya Takahashi over this whole thing, because I played Xenogears. And that game was definitely made by a child, like the most adult child you've ever met. A real grown-ass child. It's a beautiful disaster of a game. And seeing Xenoblade Chronicles...
they also just didn't get to finish it.
No. Well, that's the thing, is that this is the oldest child in the world because he ends this whole game saying, "Welcome, you have finished the game, Xenoblade Chronicles," and the credits hit, and it says, "This is the 4th of a series of 7. You just witnessed Xenogears 4, A New Hope," like Star Wars asked. Like, all right, buddy. All right, settle down, kid. You are really feeling yourself. Takahashi is someone who loves to feel himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's really feeling it, yeah.
The first Xenoblade Chronicles is, like, kind of a lot more, like, stable, like, a lot more, like, sensitive to a lot of the, like, larger world that they're building and keeps it slow and builds up nicely. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like, goes wild with it.
it's I mean, I could just, what I can just guess is because this was the 3rd time that they were trying to make a Xeno series, and they didn't want it to just be interrupted, so they made Chronicles 1 like just its own thing, and then they went off the rails with 2 and kept going like, this is finally because like if you think about it, they did 7, I think. Like it's like Xenoblade 1, Future Connected, 2, Torna, 3, that DLC, and then I guess if you count X, then that's 7. But
yep.
I mean, they basically did like a 6-part story here, and they actually got to finish it the way they wanted to. So it feels like really big. When like Xenogears was not complete, and then Xenosaga, it sounds like, got screwed over near the end. So yeah, like this is the first time that team has been able to make something the way they wanted to, And
I think that's what I'm seeing in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like, they have all these collaborations with other artists. Mm-hmm. These are all signs of a game that knows that it's getting a sequel. And that's not something that the Xeno series has ever had the luxury of seeing.
Yeah, like, I think they specifically said in that interview where they said that they, or no, it wasn't in that same interview, but it was in an interview when they announced 3 that they said, like, yeah, we started working on 3, like, as soon as we got done with 2, because, like, we knew we were going to do it, and we had the story of 3 in mind when we made 2. So, like,
exactly.
It's all, like, yeah, they planned this from the start. Once 1 was successful enough for them to continue to make games, they were like, okay, we can tell, because like, if you just take 1 by itself, it is just a perfectly great story. Like, if it was just by itself, it would be fine. But yeah, once 2 came out, it's like, okay, we can use this platform to evolve and learn more and create more of a story as time goes on. And I think they did a great job with that.
I don't yet, but I've still got hope. I don't know if I can recommend Chronicles 2 yet. It still feels kind of a little weak halfway through.
See, it's one of those things where, like, I really, really love to, and it's one of those things where, like, watching you play it, I'm just like, I get it. Like, I get the frustrations, but it's you know, part of it is also me just being like, yeah, I'm also someone who's playing, like, who has played all the way through 3, and like, seeing the differences between those games, it's just like, it's such a different thing. So it's hard for me to be like, am I really, like, seeing this game fairly? Am I seeing 2 fairly right now? Or am I looking at it as someone who is playing the fucking souped up sequel and, you know, judging it based on that? It's a little,
that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep jumping on me about that too, because I want to be on it. The main thing about the Xenoblade series is that I always identified this specific, like, franchise of games as a backbone for what we do here, because Xenoblade has always been there for the video game choo-choo, and it will continue to be in some new iteration there for Gamesline. And it, like, it's always your games of the year. It's always Rose's games of the year. We did our game of the year last year, and it was all over that. And, like, it's just something that I wanted to see from the beginning all the way through, because, like, this is where this whole site comes from in a way.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we're gonna compare it to the site, like, I feel like it's like, yeah, Chronicles 1 feels like the beginning, like that, like the messy but trying to find its voice, and then 2 is the sort of goofy, you know, found its voice but isn't fully on its feet, and then 3 is, yeah, I think we know what we're doing here, and we're proud to do what we're doing, and I think we're saying what we want to say. That's what I would say.
We are the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 of games media websites.
I'm not opposed to saying that. Sure.
I think we should be proud of that. That's cool.
Yeah, there's the Xenoblade talk, I would say. Yeah, I'm sure I'll check back in with it once I finish the DLC. Man, I don't know. Should I just do you think? Okay, here's my question, folks. Here's my question for you, because there are other games that I could be playing. But do you think after I finish this DLC, should I just go straight into playing Xenosaga?
Buddy, play whatever you want to play.
No. Hold on. No.
If you're having a Xeno life, you should live your Xeno bliss.
But you're right. But also, just like, what about my soul? I don't know.
You don't have to play Xenosaga.
I do want to play I have 1 and 2. I want to play them.
I'm screaming at you, but I'm also kind of screaming at me too, because I feel like that's where I'm gonna be in a couple weeks.
Because you're gonna play those, because you've played Gears and now you're playing all of Blade. You're gonna end up playing Saga eventually, I bet. Yeah, I mean, are you gonna cross that? Are you gonna cross that bridge, Solon? Okay,
I could play Trails. I could play the fucking .hack games. I could play. I'm thinking of other massive RPGs.
You could play games that aren't RPGs too.
But no.
Shadows of Doubt.
You could play Shadows of Doubt.
No, RPGs are the only good video games. Anyway,
Just stuck here. I live here.
I'm full of shit.
Speaking of RPGs,
so yeah, I've been playing Honkai Star Rail.
Johnkai Star Rail. Let's go.
You know, I gotta say, I'm really enjoying it. Like, I never really got into, like, any of their previous games. Like Genshin Impact, I played for a little bit, but just fell off because if I want to play a mediocre Breath of the Wild, I'll play Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Okay.
Naturally.
It's not the kind of game I enjoy. I don't enjoy Breath of the Wild. I don't think it's super fun. Like, all the things people hate about Breath of the Wild are the things I like, and I hate everything that people love about it.
But Honkai's Star Rail's hitting you?
It's amazing. When you make one of these games and just make it a good turn-based RPG with a really solid battle system and, like, good character depth and, like, good writing that is genuinely funny, like...
There it is. Okay, cool.
Pretty regularly, like, I have been cackling at some of their jokes. Like, you go into a hotel room and you can investigate... There's a little glowy on the closet, and you can just go inside the closet, and there is just this really long text scroll about how it is the greatest closet ever. It is, and you are becoming one with the greatest closet in the universe. And it's just this funny little thing, and then somebody knocks on the door and says it's room service, and you jump out and you scare the hell out of them because you scream at them because they're the devil of the frickin' hotel.
I hate to get scared by the devil.
Yeah, me too.
Genuinely funny, like multiple times, like I unlocked an avatar that I can use for my account that's a trash can by searching trash cans, and each one of them had like a little, you can select a dialogue choice of what you want to do with that trash can. You can help sort recycling, or you can just dig through trash multiple times. And
okay, yeah. This is a trash core game? Okay, I'm in.
There is just a lot of really dumb stuff in there that is genuinely funny. And as I said, like, the combat system is deep enough with all the, like, even just the default characters without spending money, you can still easily get through the main sections of the game. And just, it's so far, it's been really fun. I'm only on the, I'm only on the third planet of I don't know how many there are because I've been actively avoiding spoilers, but
1 million.
But yeah, like so far,
it's true.
It's definitely been a really, really good time because, like, I mean, it's still their art style. It's the exact same art style as the other games. It just fits a lot better in a turn-based RPG, which is what this is.
And it's got a rail too.
And it's got a rail. It's got a star rail.
Yeah, that's a train. That's a Gamesline 10 out of 10.
You're on a space train. And then there's things like I genuinely, so far there's only like 21 characters, I think it is.
Only 21.
Only 21, which for a gacha game, not bad.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But they are, especially if you get it like right now at least, because the game just came out, they're just throwing rolls at you. I finally got my first 5-star. It wasn't the 5-star I wanted, but it's still, hey, it's a pretty solid character with, like, I genuinely enjoy the fact that every single character has different things they do. Like, hey, you hit enemy, you do the usual thing, you hit enemy weaknesses, you give them a debuff if you break their stagger bar, and it'll make them do less damage and you do more.
Classic RPG stuff.
Classic stuff in a game like this, but like absolutely none of the main story is gated behind like energy shit, which is one of the things I like. The only things that are gated behind energy stuff is like side content.
Yeah, Genshin was like that too.
That's the mechanic where you gotta like wait in real time hours to
to get your energy back, and like if you want to do the secret portal kind of thing, there's daily your usual daily challenge stuff, and like there's a roguelike mode where every time you win a fight, you get a card that gives you another, that like massively buffs one of your skills. So it's like, oh, you'll get a card that does like, hey, if you do ice damage, it gives you a shield or does X amount of extra damage to everyone and stuff like that. So that's also been a really fun mode to mess with because it gives you a party that they set. I've really enjoyed kind of puzzling out those and trying to get through, because sometimes the enemies are like, oh hey, eventually you get to you always start those with 3 characters, and then somewhere in there you can grab a 4th.
Get a companion, so another person's character or something. That's all maxed out.
No,
oh, really?
In this case, it is all stuff that they give to you. Like, but you have to select. You select from like a couple of different options, and you better hope you choose the right one that has a weakness of the boss.
I see,
and stuff like that. So, like, some of them are, it's really been interesting to dig into because I've always fallen off of these games like big time. Genshin Impact lasted like 3 days. But
it's a different kind of game, though.
Yeah,
Genshin. Like I liked Genshin for like what I played of it. I stopped playing before it quote unquote got good. Like they added a whole bunch of story content, and I'm like totally
and a housing system that's completely off the shits. Like I literally watched a friend of mine streaming through Discord house building in Genshin a couple of weeks ago. And it was just like, oh, this is fucking cool. I would totally do this if I liked this kind of game. And it's the kind of thing where if they add that to this eventually, I'm going to be like, this is the greatest game ever made. I don't need another game. I've got hot anime ladies and a housing system.
I'm content with the time I have put into Genshin Impact. But I'm tempted to try Honkai Star Rail. Like, I only play one gacha game, but who knows? Maybe that the time is right to sunset on that. I don't think it is, because I still genuinely enjoyed the story of War of the Visions. It's been great. I can't recommend that game enough. I know it's a gacha game. I know people have problems with game. Totally fine, totally respectable. Don't play it if you're not used to gacha bullshit. But man, that's a good game.
I would actively play it if a quarter of my phone screen wasn't just black from being broken.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
But no, like, I genuinely would go, hey, if you like turn-based RPGs, funny writing, and actually, like, quality writing, this is worth your time. It's definitely more my speed than Genshin is, and like, I'm really enjoying some of the depth I've found, like, taking on. Like, you'll always have, like, treasure chests that are locked behind an enemy that's, like, 5 levels higher than you are at that, or 5 to 10 levels higher than all the other enemies in the area. And those are just really fun to fight when you're 10 levels under them. And you just, like, squeak out a win by the skin of your teeth because my ice tank's special ability kicked in at just the right time, which was when he dies, he comes back to life with 20% of his health. So he died, came back with 20% of his health, immediately had his super available, which gives you a significant shield, survived the next hit with 3 health left, and then got an attack that just barely killed it. And I was just like, oh, this rules.
Okay, Solon does have one more game. Solon, do you want to just wrap up the games, and then we could just do the rest news? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've actually got a really good indie pick that I've wanted to talk about, and I'll be very brief with this because we played this game wrong on purpose as a joke, and it worked really well.
Oh, of course.
So the game Rain World came out about 2 years ago, and it came out in a state where there were quite a few indie games where you're a little tiny guy with some kind of sword, and it's a big world around you, and you have to fight it off in a big, like, Dark Souls-like 2D action platformer. And they all had 2 words in their names, Hollow Knight and all these kinds of games. Rain World, though, has gone in such a radically different direction from all of those other games. And I got to play it for the first time last week, and I got to see it with all of its DLC. Rain World Downpour just came out maybe 6 months ago or so, maybe less. And inside of that, they did this weird little thing where all of the people who made mods for Rain World, they brought them on and made those mods like legit, and
Great.
that's that is part of the DLC. And one of those mods was a co-op mod. So this very isolating, sad deluge of a game where you are a tiny little worm suffering in a world that constantly kills you. What if there were 4 of y'all, though, and you were all on couch together, and you were just making a mess of this super incredibly dangerous world? We played this with friendly fire on in a and on easy mode, which means that we did not have to all get to the base, like to the next world. We didn't have to get to the next level together. We just one of us did. So if any of us died, if we like Yoshi'd each other into the world, that's fine. That's great. Even it was incredible to play a very sad game in the silliest clown shoes way possible, because we ended up beating a game that is, I mean, it's this gorgeous game. It's exuding this subtle substance where you're going through the worlds, you're realizing that this is a post-apocalypse over time, but you don't know what kind of post-apocalypse, because it's very hard to understand if even humans were here before or if something else was here before. You don't know why the rains come down every night and wash away literally the entire world, or how it keeps you safe. But like, we ran through the story in like 14 hours, and it's definitely a game where you're supposed to play it and think about it for a long time and think about all the ways that you can get past, that you can like barely scrape by the next area. But because our friend Will Overgard was hosting me through this, and he is an expert in this game, it was basically like playing Tourist, where we would like go and he'd be like, all right, up ahead, right above us, you're going to see a bird. It's just going to be a normal bird. And this horrifying vulture creature comes down, picks one of us up and kills us immediately and flies away with our corpse. And you just go, well, that happened. Moving on. They're gone now, so we're just going to move on by. and we get to the next sleeping spot, the next little checkpoint. And then we're like, wow, all right, since we got to this checkpoint, let's go to the next one, I guess. Yeah, it's... Rain World is an incredible game, and I only know that now, having played it absolutely the wrong way. It has some of the best like sound design, music design that you're ever going to see. Just how it builds a atmosphere is like what Metroid kind of wishes it could do, but just in no way has the technology to do that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think now that you have played a version of this game that is I don't know if bastardized is the right word, but you know, like a little outside of the intention, outside of the scope of the original game, do you think you're probably going to go back and maybe try it again, single player, maybe like bump it up to a higher difficulty or something? You like give it a real college try?
As someone who's a chronic streamer, it is a big ask to play something off stream, right? And I'm very proud to say, holy shit, playing Rain World by yourself is so scary. I don't know what the hell is going on, but this is not the game I played with my friends and had a good time playing. It's sick. This is a game for sicko mode people. If you want to like really, if you want to have like a Dark Souls type of suffering experience, but instead of combos and rolls and action like things, you have to plan a room out with 2 things in your hands, a rock and a stick, and figure out how you're going to get to the next tube with your worm body on the other side of the room, or leave. It's really cool. And the thing about it is that whole game is about biospheres. It's about that you are a tiny thing, and the entire rest of the world does not care that you exist. Not the animals that have their own like fights that they're doing. They're trying to live their own lives, and you are either food or generally in the way. But you go off of one screen, like a Metroid type game. You go off to the left side of the screen, and you'll see the family of the like monster that was in the room with you that you were sneaking by. And you just go, oh, this guy nests here, and I need to get to the other side so I'm outside of this nesting range. And they hit that idea so hard. because the entire thing is not about it's about building AI in a way that feels bestial. And there are certain monsters that you end up running into that are like tentacled beasts that clearly have multiple brains at the end of each tentacle.
All right.
And that they are a nest of one creature that if any of these tentacles touch you, that you'll get sucked into the main body and be consumed, and that'll be it. But if you can confuse enough of the ends of these tentacles with brains in them, they'll move the entire body in a different direction away from you. And so, yeah, it's amazing the kinds of things that game has. And they did a whole GDC talk about how they demonstrate and build AI to give that kind of feeling. Highly recommend a GDC talk if you're into the minutia of AI design. But wild, crazy stuff in there that reveals itself after like 15 hours. Or for us, when our nice tour guide shows it that it's on the left and it's eating our face right now.
Let's hit the rest of the news. Let's hit the news. Sega of America, their Irvine, California office specifically, filed for a union vote, and it passed. So the union is called the Allied Employees Guild of Improving Sega, or AGIS. To be this good, it takes Aegis, like Sega ages. It's an old Sega joke. That's cute. That's cute.
I get that one. Yeah.
But yeah, they're seemingly, doing some good work here. It says here that they have voted on their union, they have unionized, and the president of Sega of America, Ian Curran, said that they are considering options available. So we are going to see what happens here. They said that management didn't try to stop them or anything. It was all just pretty smooth sailing, so far. So they're going to have their union election, and then they're going to see what they're going to do after that. So, yeah, they're unionized. Nobody can really stop them from that. But, obviously there is always the chance of the corporation stepping in and screwing some shit up. But so far, it just kind of seems like they're going through the process, nobody's trying to get in the way right now. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, this is huge news, and to see this coming out of Sega of America of all places is amazing. When I saw the video for the Sonic the Hedgehog unionized video, it was like, that's an incredible video. What a great marketing push for unions in a place I would never oh, they're unionized. Oh, wow. That's, yeah. It seemed like such a pipe dream, 24 hours prior.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Burbank, get on there.
Yeah, I hope the rest of Sega of America gets unionized. I hope the rest of Sega gets unionized. I just hope, this
Nintendo of America get unionized.
That would be great too. Let's fucking go. And in news that is pretty much the exact opposite of unionizing. So this is lightly related to video games, but it's just so fucking insane. We got to talk about it. So there was a YouTuber who goes by Old School MTG. And he accidentally got his hands on some cards that had not been released yet from March of the Machine, The Aftermath, which basically there are only 50 cards in the set. And so just by making a video or two of opening packs, he leaked pretty much the entire set. So once that occurred, Wizards of the Coast or Hasbro, whoever of the folks who are of the ownership of Magic the Gathering at this point, sent Pinkerton agents to his house to get the stolen goods, or quote unquote, as they say.
Classic union busting agency. We're back in the fucking 1800s where the Pinkertons are fucking knocking down when, how,
well,
why?
Let's also reiterate that in 2 years ago they were used by Starbucks to bust the unions. Starbucks.
No, they're still fucking working somehow. I don't.
They're working in spaces that I don't think they recognize are as public as they are.
Yeah,
the idea of the Pinkertons being wait, you want us to what? You want us to bust a YouTuber for cards?
I don't think they went, oh, what? No, I think they went, oh, yes, let's go. Sure, why not?
Yeah, of course. They're hired goons.
Yeah, they're goons.
Like, they literally don't care. They're the crap of the crop.
Absolute monsters.
Mm-hmm.
It's inconscionable. Like, I don't know how, if I were to support Wizards of the Coast ever, how I would continue to after this point. This is a huge breaking point to me, and it should be a huge wake-up call to a lot of people in that side of things, that if someone is hiring the Pinkertons and they're a part of your organization, that you need to get away from that organization as fast as possible.
Yeah, It seems like a very rough time if you're a Magic the Gathering fan.
Yeah, this all just seems like it came from a genuine mistake, because, like, he says that he bought the booster boxes from someone who, like, does sell TCG stuff, but is not in the know fully about Magic the Gathering, and this new set is called March of the Machine Aftermath, which the last set was just called March of the Machine. So this guy probably just thought he was selling his friend, like, just the pack that just came out. And it was an honest mistake, and they leaked this set that, you know, like, it's insane that this set even exists in the first place. Like, it's a 50-card set that they're doing to wrap up the story that they already finished. Like, it's an epilogue to this.
It's an expansion set. They've done expansions before.
I know, but, like, they're charging a shit ton of money for them, and, like, it's Wizards of the Coast.
Also true.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast has been extremely greedy lately. Like, I don't play Magic, but just I do watch the Tolarian Community College videos about the game, and, like, that man is, like, I feel for him so much, because he is just like, I love this game and I love playing it with people, but, like, every time Wizards of the Coast does something, he has to put out a video like, oh my god, like, what the fuck, these people are insane. And yeah, like, of course he did that after this happened, but it's just, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, so I'll read off what he said. What Old School MTG said that they did. So he said that they asked him to turn over the quote stolen product. They collected the cards, the boxes, and even the foils that the booster sets were wrapped in. So they, like, made him go through his fucking garbage to get the, like, fucking wrappers. They sat there and counted all the cards, threatened him with jail time, and then said to delete the videos and gave them a number to somebody at Wizards and left.
Just like a quick aside, Pinkertons are not, like, police.
No.
Like, obviously you shouldn't let police into your house either, but, like, the Pinkertons have even less jurisdiction than police. If you see anyone if you see anyone who is, like, ununiformed, even in a big mob, trying to break into your house, it is entirely unlawful. Like, you do not have to respect any of their wishes whatsoever. Even if you're entirely in good faith, like, don't let these people push you around if you're in this kind of situation. Mm-hmm. I know it's hard to do when you're literally faced with a mob of goons, but, you know, you have options. You have legal options as well. You do not, under any circumstances, have to open the door for them.
Yeah. But to continue, he said that when he called the Wizard of the Coast person, said that the guy was apologetic, quote, and needed the product back to plug the hole.
Okay.
Yeah, he said that Wizards of the Coast was apologetic about sending the Pinkertons, but yeah, just fucking insane.
How do you be apologetic about sending the Pinkertons? Holy shit. That is the schemiest, mealiest mouth shit I've ever heard.
Here's how this probably worked is, like, whoever sold them, like, their belief is, oh, this is an internal thing. This shouldn't be outside. Whoever is involved in this is a part of our organization. So we are using our labor mercenaries, essentially, to solve this issue. Like, they're approaching this from a, like, laborers doing wrong under them kind of perspective, which is why you would involve the Pinkertons if you're a soulless corporation.
Insanely fucked up, also. Like, hey, if you're working at WotC, they might send the Pinkertons on you.
Wizards of the Coast is bad. Like,
yeah, I mean, like over the past couple of months, like, it seems more and more like the people who, you know, like, run Wizards, like the higher ups are just trying to squeeze every single little itty bit of money out of all of the things, and like there's the D&D stuff and all this stuff with Magic, like, you know, like every single time there's some update for Magic the Gathering, like it is just the most money grubbing bullshit, and it is so sad that like everyone who is just really into Magic the Gathering is just like all of them are just getting beaten down over and over, just like, well, there are some new cool cards in the set, but you know, buying booster packs was like 5 times more expensive than it was last year for no reason, because they're giving me less cards and they're all like in worse quality, and it just sounds like a complete nightmare to be a fan of that stuff.
I still can't believe the number of cards you said they published when we were having the last time we were talking about Wizards, where it was just like something like frickin' 300 or 500 new cards in a year.
Well, no, they printed 10,000 new cards last year, which is a little under the amount of total Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck?
Like, you can't keep up with that.
No,
it's
impossible.
It's not healthy. So, yeah, they're just gonna kill their own game. Like, I would not be surprised if Magic the Gathering is no longer a thing in the next 5 years, which is such a bummer, because it is. It's one of the great games. Like, unless things change, I could see like something drastic happening. I don't at the very least I could see it not existing in the way that it exists now. Like, just something needs to change with that game, because people are going to be fucking fed up, and it's just, there's alternatives now, you know, like even if people don't want to go to Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, like Flesh and Blood exists now, and that game is like very specifically just like an old Magic player being like, I wanted to make a game that was like Magic but had its own flair, and also it's being made by people who don't want to like have people kill themselves trying to keep up with it.
Right, but the thing about Magic is an institution. Like, it's been around since like the fucking 80s or like, it is an old game.
The early
that
90s.
Early 90s. It's old. Like, it's had so many competitors pop up. It's had so many people like, there's a insubstantial amount of games that are basically just Magic clones. That's sort of how like Yu-Gi-Oh and like a whole bunch of other like major games started.
No, totally.
And I don't see it going anywhere, but also it ebbs and flows in interest. Like, I think there's always going to be a regular Magic community unless like you said, they do something so utterly bad and drastic that it fully kills their game. But I don't necessarily think that's going to happen, because the thing about Wizards is they know when like the larger player base is not necessarily having fun, and they can sense that in a way that's like, okay, we need to try something different. Like, when a whole bunch of people were tired of Magic and started like playing Elder Dragon Highlands, they adapted the Commander format into like an actual proper format, because people like playing that format. And like the thing about like sort of capitalism and capitalist greed is like, it has the ability to subsume criticism of itself into itself, which is sort of where Magic has like existed and thrived in a weird way. Like, Magic had a problem for a very long time of like, oh, a whole bunch of games are going digital. Like Hearthstone is becoming a very major thing. Huge Magic ripoff. And like a whole bunch of other major games are getting like these digital clients, and then eventually they finally came out with theirs that was like, you know, it wasn't like, it has its own set of problems, but it's like a very pretty well fleshed out version of like Magic that you can play online with people. That's like of a major benefit to that. Like for as bad as they are and for as many dumb bad decisions as they make, they'll always make one that like brings them back around and gives them good favor. I do think that it's getting really bad to the point where I think people might genuinely drop it entirely, but I think the player base for Magic is set, and I don't think they're necessarily interested in playing anything else.
I don't know, you're reminding me of that Ursula K. Le Guin quote that's like, we live in Magic the Gathering, its power seems inescapable, and so did the divine right of kings.
Of course, yeah. I would love to see it change. I would love to see it change, become an entirely different game. Like, see a whole bunch of other games pop up in instead, but it's like, I don't see it going anywhere.
I would like to see Wizards of the Coast unionize. I think that's the best.
I think,
if you want to get
that as well, please.
Hey, historically speaking, if you want to get Pinkertons out of your hair, unionize, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a really fast, easy way to get Pinkertons off of your ass, historically speaking.
Historically speaking, I feel like that's the best way to get them on your ass, but still, I would say you should do it anyway.
It's the way you definitely, for sure, get rid of them, though.
Yeah, eventually, yes. But I mean, at the end of the day, I will just say that, like, it just, like, the people who love Magic are at this point loving it almost in spite of Wizards of the Coast now. Like, that is just what is happening. It is
for sure.
This company is like actively trying, like, I mean, they're not like actively trying to fuck over their game. They're just trying to monetize it so heavily that it is doing like very, very large bits of harm to their game. And yeah. Everyone who's playing it is just like basically sifting through the rubble and creating things their own way, you know, like making their own formats and, you know, playing formats that do exist. And just like I've seen people be like, okay, yeah, like Commander is its own thing, but I've seen people like making new formats of Commander where it's like, yeah, like here's like Pauper Commander where like you can only use commons and all that, and there's like different
only use commons is great.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's Pauper in general, but they, like, rebalanced Commander for just commons, and they have, like, you know, a different ban list where it's like, yeah, you know, like, this card would be broken in this, and, like, they restructured it all, and it's like, that's really cool. Like, just the fact that people are constantly changing things based on, like, how they want to play is awesome, and it just really feels like it highlights that this game is being weakened extremely by what they're doing, though. Like, the fact that, like, everything has to be fan run. Like, fucking, they don't even, like, do, like, their big, like tournaments anymore, you know? Like, you look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! For what it is, you know, like, for how frustrating it can be, they've been doing, like, bigger tournaments than ever before. Pokemon, same thing. Like, their games are succeeding so much, and Magic just doesn't even do that anymore. They just don't even do, like, GPs anymore, for no fucking reason. Like, why not? It's insane.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, it is 100% just like, yeah, if Magic the Gathering does continue to exist in the next 5 years, it'll be only because of people outside of Wizards of the Coast supporting it. It is, like, in no way, shape, or form because of, like, the higher-ups' decisions. I mean, not to downplay the game designers and the artists, because they are still doing great stuff despite all this.
They're trying a whole bunch of inventive things. They're trying so many different weird crossovers. Like, they want people to buy their product.
But wouldn't it be fucking cool if those people maybe had a little bit more time to do that stuff? They weren't all making, like, 70 sets a year.
Yeah, sure.
That would probably be good for the game, I would say.
Their big thing that they're going to do is they're going to bring back Unglued. They're going to do another one of those sets.
So so here's something
they did
that
totally,
I know.
Didn't they?
They've been doing those for a while, and the most recent unset was standard legal.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Why?
Because they're insane.
That doesn't make sense. The whole point of them is that, like, they're fucked up silly cards.
I told you it's in spite of them that this game continues to survive.
I'm gonna say that kind of rules, actually. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb as hell. It shouldn't happen. But the fact that you could possibly play a card that's like, you rip up your card and throw it up into the air and anything it lands on gets destroyed, and that's like tournament legal. That kind of kicks ass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe, I shouldn't be praising them, but
so I think only maybe certain cards are. I don't remember.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'm sure.
But it's like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I think one of the things that they introduced were like stickers that you could put on your card that changed the attributes, and it's just like, some people are just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna be playing it's just like, some people are just like, this is a weird thing that Magic is now. That, you could be playing something that's like very stringently in the lore of Magic. You could be playing against someone who is playing a deck where you're putting stickers all over your cards. They're playing against someone who's just playing a Lord of the Rings deck or a Warhammer deck or a fucking Doctor Who deck that they're coming out with soon. Like, it's a very strange, weird time for Magic the Gathering. And like, sure, some people think it's cool, but some people are just like, this isn't Magic anymore. It's just a bunch of bullshit that they're throwing together. And like, I can kind of understand that frustration.
Yeah.
So, rest in peace to one of our fellow game sites. Vice has announced with a large swath of other layoffs that they are going to be shutting Waypoint down on June 2nd.
Man.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
That's our homies.
I know not everyone on the site like feels super strongly about Waypoint, like sort of from an editorial position, in the sense of like they've maybe produced a lot of stuff that like it is. I don't necessarily know the best way to put it, but I know Rose specifically has some strong opinions. Not to call her out, but like we've talked about this a lot between ourselves, and it's like, yeah, there's a lot that they could have done that they didn't do. Like, they could have taken pitches from a much broader like variety of people, but they largely stuck with the people that they knew, and that's sad. And it's like that created an editorial voice that was like I don't know the best way to put it, but like a little less appealing to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But I do think Waypoint in general sort of signified something in a very like big mainstream games press environment where we're seeing regular reviews and regular editorials about games that are way more critical, and not just of like, oh, graphics and stuff, but like of like the genuine themes of games, how games are made. And that sort of sparked a lot of inspiration from a lot of other sites to do more work like that. And I think that's sort of where Waypoint thrived. And it's like, it's a genuine bummer to see them go. Like, I haven't followed their stuff pretty much since Austin Walker left. Mm-hmm. But they were like largely a very positive voice in terms of trying to elevate the actual like craft of covering games into something more than just like, does the game functional? Is it just got good graphics? Is it optimal? Like, no, they're genuinely talking about games and the games industry, like it through a much more critical lens that we haven't really seen a lot of, and sort of how we're sort of seeing the games journalism industry regress into a little bit more lately, and that's a bummer. like I don't want all of the best games press to be just like, I don't know, people making the occasional good video essay on YouTube, you know? Mm-hmm. Like that's sort of why we're still here and why we are making such a big push as Gamesline, is like, hey, we really want people to know there are people trying to view these games through a more through like a much better, more sophisticated critical lens than what you're seeing anywhere else. And like, I know that's something that's very important to us, like as an editorial.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, pretty much it's just like Waypoint was never the first and never the only ones making those sorts of conversations, but they were definitely like the biggest voice out there, and it was nice to have something that was
they got the biggest budget and like the biggest push from Vice.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just
which we didn't get anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's just it's another stupid like, you know, CEO making a decision because they have to make number go up because like Waypoint was profitable. They were making money, and like they were making money before they started their Waypoint Plus thing where they were taking donations and all that. Like they were making money, and it's just, it is 100% just some pencil pusher at Vice went, well, we would make more money if we didn't have this video game website.
And also it's the larger trend of like a whole bunch of outlets are being gutted. Like tons of people are losing their jobs pretty much all over the industry.
It's not just the industry, it's journalism in general. Like, this wasn't just Waypoint that got hit by it. And that's one of the things that's kind of bugged me about some of the coverage, is they are acting like, A, it's the death of the games journalism industry as a whole, but also B, they're ignoring the fact that a whole fuckload of other departments' advice were also gutted, shut down, moved, and shifted and shit. Like, it wasn't just Waypoint got shut down. They cut a massive percentage of their workforce entirely. Like, it's a journalism thing in general being run by venture capitalists. The same things happened to like the comic book industry a decade ago, and comic journalism hasn't completely died. There are still sites like ours, you know, what we do that stayed on. It's like, go look at Comics Alliance now, which was the same thing that Waypoint was for video games. Somewhere you went for long form, really incredible writing that got bought by venture capitalists and eventually essentially gutted and shut down and went the exact same thing. I would not be surprised if Waypoint reappears 2 years from now and is mostly AI-generated listicles.
This kind of thing is very cyclical, like, in the journalism industry. As a whole, it's that outlets tend to get cut very rapidly and way... what am I trying to say? Outlets tend to get cut very rapidly and to a degree that it is like, once one starts to make the big cuts, then okay, this will it triggers a sort of cataclysm of that happening all around the place, because once one place has made the news of doing it, then another place feels comfortable like doing it. So like the impact that they would get doing it is not as bad as the first person who did it, and then another place cuts, and it's like this happens over and over and over again, and it's fucking horrifying to see. And it's like, obviously a lot of the ones that lose people but still stick around, those are going to be rebuilt over time. Seeing Waypoint as an entire vertical get removed is like pretty devastating. You know, the big thing with Vice is like, Waypoint has had to contend with the fact that it shares a website with Motherboard, which is the tech vertical, and that's the one that is much bigger and has way more coverage on it. So there's always been this sort of tension, like, not between the people, obviously, like the people who work at Waypoint and the people who work at Motherboard, like those people are close, but there's like tension in the minds of the executives where it's like, why do we have this when we have this other thing which covers the same thing, even though they do not cover the same topics entirely. It's silly CEO brains type of shit.
Yeah, we see that all the time with wrestling journalism, outside of sports journalism.
Wrestling journalism's a whole fucking other thing, man.
Oh yeah, I mean that it emblemizes the same thing, right? They're two separate things that do not go together at all, but execs see those and those go together.
Yeah.
The whole thing stinks. It stinks to high heaven. Freaking makes a mess out of me. I fucking loved Waypoint, and I'm not too afraid to also criticize how ever since all the Motherboard, when all those got merged together, a lot of things changed at Waypoint. And over the last 3 years or so, I have seen way, way less output that I would say is, spectacular, what we expected from Waypoint in the beginning. That aside, the work that they did as a community, the work that they did trying to bring in new voices to be part of the core team, I think the work that they did with Kato specifically is something that's worth shouting out. And trying to bring in people in that sort of regard. Very cool and inspiring. I wish they did more with it, with the status and the time that they had. I don't think that happened, though. And so I don't need to lionize them. I think that there's if you take the successes from Waypoint, you can put them into something else that's much more constructive and way better, and that'll be very cool to see. And that's what I'm hoping for. I hope that a lot of people see Waypoint shutting down, panic, but then have the constructive thought to say, why don't I do that?
Hey, why isn't there another site which you can find great quality game reviews and a great regular podcast and a whole bunch of other great content? Oh, wait, you're listening to the damn Gamesline podcast right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Go tell your friends. Hey, tell your friends about this podcast.
Yeah, we're here. We're doing this.
Let them know. We're out there. We are doing what they're... Nobody is doing what we are doing. Because Waypoint's gone now.
Giant Bomb's gone.
Yeah, Giant Bomb's basically...
But those are the things that we're heavily inspired by them. We love them.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yes.
Like, we wouldn't be doing this if we did not have a love for the games industry.
Yeah.
And we have that same love that they had, too.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah. No, I'm very miserably sad, but also excited and hopeful because I think that this can become very constructive.
Yeah, let them know. And like, there's not just us. There's a ton of other great, like, smaller outlets out there that are doing like amazing coverage. Like Critical Distance covering a whole bunch of regular, like smaller stuff in their weekly roundups. Like Bullet Points VG. Like, there's so many great smaller sites out there. Like, you don't need to just focus on the big budget ones that have the big names on them.
That's the thing, is the consistent thing between both Giant Bomb and Waypoint is both of them have the same issue, is that they are run by essentially big venture capitalist owned garbage.
All of them have big money that are making the decisions. That's,
all they care about is profit and returns.
That's what happened to Deadspin,
But we want to hit these quick questions real quick, and then we'll wrap this up for our first episode. Man, you know what? I think we did
episode number 1.
We did really good for our first episode ever podcasting.
Yeah.
That was
it's wild.
It's a new experience for me.
It's almost like we've done it before. That'd be crazy, though, right?
John, can I give you these questions?
Sure. You know what? You want to do it? Go ahead.
If you want to send us a question, you can send it to... Wait, hold on. Where are we sending it now?
Okay. By the time you hear this, it will be changed to gamesline.tumblr.com.
Gamesline. We got just Gamesline on that? That's
we
good.
did.
I love that.
We did.
All right. You can send it to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask. You can send us any question you want. And you can sound exactly like our buddy Cello Buster here. Cello Buster asks, there are many strange and unexplained things in this world, and we as a species can only hope to understand a small fraction of them. What's the best video game about aliens?
Now, this was actually originally sent in on Alien Day, because we did the anime podcast on that day, and yeah, so we're catching up here. We're doing both here. So favorite video game about aliens. I'm turning around to my collection of games right now.
There's Destroy All Humans. There's that's one. There's one that's just called Alien. Don't know what that's about.
Maybe Ghosts.
There's a game called Aliens?
Multiple ghosts.
There's that part of Star Ocean 4 where you go back in time and save a sexy cat girl alien from Area 51, and then you blow up the Earth and all of reality and an entire reality. That game sucked. So
I have felt the urge to buy a physical Star Ocean. I've resisted it, but
one of the characters you can have though in Time Splitters 2 is an alien, and that's one of the greatest games ever made.
Is that a game about aliens though?
Pikmin. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite games about aliens. Yeah,
good choice, John.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some aliens.
Those are some fucking aliens. They're aliens helping aliens.
There's Alien Hominid.
Yo. Oh, Alien Hominid's so good.
You run around and shoot gun. There's a whole bunch of alien games.
Halo.
Oh yeah, Halo. Halo's great. Halo
Those
2.
are about aliens. Yeah.
Halo 3. Halo 4. Halo 5. Halo ODST. Halo Reach.
Infinite?
Halo Infinite. I've actually been playing some Halo Infinite lately. I didn't put it down because I don't really have anything to say about it, but it's like,
When you get
just jump back in. You know, I want to shoot some things.
There's the greatness that is Aliens Colonial Marines.
If you want to play an actually good Aliens games, there's Aliens Infestation on the DS.
Ooh, yeah.
It's also Alien Isolation.
That's also a good one. But I just wanted to say a DS game because I'm sick in the head.
Our next question comes from Anonymous. Anonymous asks, what game scene could be improved by adding In the End as the background music?
In the End from Linkin Park?
Yes.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about the Pikmin scene where you like are laying down on one of those big bad guys, and it can just hit the main like chorus right there. Maybe I'm thinking of like an AMV now, a Pikmin AMV that's In the End. I feel like anytime you add that song in there, you transform whatever media you have touched it with into an AMV.
Yeah, that's sort of true.
You know, I am Solon. You'll be the only one who gets this. But the final boss of the base campaign of Shadowbringers, like the song actually fits his fucking story when I think about it, and that would be perfect.
That is exactly where you should play In the End. The hard part is that, like, when you get to the ends of those games. In the end, it doesn't really matter is usually not the idea.
In the end, it sort of does matter, actually.
It sort of really does matter in this moment, especially.
It's such a silly thing to think about, because I know there is a
great question.
There is a natural reaction to think about that and go, that would be funny. But no, you know, let me tell you. I would be sad if In the End was playing in some scenes. You know what would be a very bad time to play In the End is the scene after the sniper wolf fight. You know, I think that would be a horrible time to play In the End.
The Last of Us 2 could probably be improved by adding In the End.
That would be true. You could do anything to improve The Last of Us 2. Because it really didn't. What is that? That's the song she's trying to play on the guitar, but she can't do it. Fuck. Okay.
But the best thing about that song especially is that once the opening like chords, the opening like strum, the starting melody plays, you know that you have to commit to like the rest of this song for the scene. There's no like getting out of it at that point. You know exactly what song it is. You've identified it, and you're here now.
It makes me so sad to think about.
Anyway, thanks for our ending podcast theme by this little band called Linkin Park called In the End.
Yeah, thanks to Linkin Park.
You can find them on linkinpark.bandcamp.
You can check them out on Linkin Park Vivo on YouTube. Our next and final question comes from our friend Elvie, fellow lineswoman, linesperson, fellow linesfolk. Elvie asks, if Kurt was the star in some bad talking animal movie, what is the premise, title, human co-star, etc.?
Fuck.
Oh, pitch me a Kurt movie.
All right,
Kurt
here we go. Okay, so he's the conductor of a train.
Right.
Okay. So he's the conductor of a train in the animal realm. Like he's in a different world, and he gets he gets isekai'd.
Yes. Into the real world.
Into the real world. Yes.
Okay. I'm liking this.
And he wants to be a conductor in our world so bad, and the movie is about him, learning to be a dog in a human's world, and his human co-star is learning how to be a human in a dog's world, and he's learning how to drive a real train, because when he's in the animal realm, it's just like, I just like sit down and the train goes, and I can pull on the little choo choo and it goes.
What's the isekai title of this movie?
Okay, so if we got an isekai,
it would be like stuck in another world, and I want to conduct this train, but I'm only a talking dog.
Conducting a train in another world with my cutie patootie paws.
Yes,
that doesn't feel nearly long enough.
With my level 100 conducting skills and my adorable fur.
I think you should put the real life name of the A-list celebrity in the title of your isekai Hollywood film,
because it's just them. They're just playing themselves. So it would be conducting a train in another world with my level 100 conductor skills, alongside
and John Hamm.
Yeah, John Hamm, and also I'm a cute dog.
Yes.
Here's the thing about talking animal movies is typically the talking animal premise. There's two ways that it works. It's either a kid understands the talking animal, or the talking animal is just talking, but nobody really gets it. That's pretty much the only ways these two things work. It's not really explained why the dog can talk. It can do a lot of, it can do things that humans can do. But the sort of, primary thing about the talking dog movie is that it needs to have one specific talent. And now here's the thing that, messes me up. Is this animated or is this, live act? Because if it's an animated movie, then it could be he's on a train with a whole bunch of other wacky talking animals. But if it's live action, I think there could be a small cast of other small animals on the train that also talk. But for the main part, it's gonna be him, and it's gonna be people walking around too.
I mean, in my mind, it was 2D while he's in the animal realm, and then when he gets isekai'd, it's live action. He's CG.
Of course, yeah. Well, no, he has to have a real dog actor.
And it looks fucking horrible.
Okay.
It has to look terrible.
I think you have to have a real dog actor. I think we need a real
you think it should
dog.
Be a real dog?
Of course, yeah. And you have to do really fake flapping mouth flaps for when he talks.
For a counter thought, exactly in that vein, and to help with our branding, most importantly, Gamesline's branding, what if it was a hand puppet of Kurt? That way you could really get it to flap that mouth.
I don't see Kurt as a puppet. I just don't see Kurt as a puppet. There are two ways I see Kurt, is 2D hand drawn, and just 3D a real dog.
Cute dog with a scarf and a funky hat.
What do you mean you don't see Kurt as a puppet? The main picture we have of him is just the head.
He's either Steamboat Willie or he's a real dog.
Okay. He's a skipper Keat that we love and adore, and Kurt Kurt, along with all of us, is the only surviving remnants of Video Game Choo-Choo.
Yes. That's all the questions. If you want to send us questions, you can send it to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask. Get us out of here, John.
I'm going to do my best to read this correctly because I actually have to look at the page now.
Yeah, okay. we don't have it memorized.
Okay.
Wait, some of these I'm not sure about, but...
Yeah, please check them.
Okay.
I changed what I could, I think.
Okay. The website is going to be gamesline.net. It should be working by the time you hear this.
Yeah, we're going to put this up after we do, put up the new website.
We are recording this before we press the on switch, okay? Just to let you know. But, yeah, this should all be in the clear by then. The Twitter will be at the Gamesline. We couldn't get just at Gamesline. If Twitter wasn't run by a shithead, I would say please, give it to us, but I don't want to, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Our Tumblr is, as we said...
Yeah.
Our Tumblr is gamesline.tumblr.com. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/gamesline.
Gonna have to do a double check on that one, but so just that one's penciled in.
Okay. Our YouTube page should be youtube.com/gamesline.
I think that one is the Gamesline.
Okay. youtube.com/thegamesline. And our Twitch is
This is the one I'm the saddest about.
So
we don't need to explain why. We can just say
We don't need to explain why. Okay, it is twitch.tv/GameslineTV, which I still think is cute.
Still pretty good. I like it. I do like it.
I'm not upset. I'm not that upset. Gamesline TV's cute.
I just wanted the same social around the board on all of them.
I get it.
Couldn't nail it.
Our Patreon will be patreon.com/Gamesline. I know VGCC was such a good get, but that's how shit happens, It's our new name, that's how we gotta go. The one thing that did not change, though, you can still join our Discord server by going to thegamezone.zone. Type that into your web browser and it'll bring you straight there, baby. It has not changed. And of course, thank you to Melt Channel/Magic Circuit for a theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to our any of their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Yeah, we're still using that, Maybe in the future things will change, but for now, same theme song. We're not too different.
That's a good theme.
Yeah.
It's a good theme. No reason to change it now.
Yeah.
Well, some other things might be changing, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. All right, let's let everyone know where you could find ourselves. Scott, go ahead, you first.
I'm FKA Socks on Twitter. I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing other things. Big news on the America's Next Top Podcast co-host front is my assistant Maya is back and ready to do episodes again pretty soon. So I think we're very close to finally starting season 2. I haven't made a post on our Patreon yet, but I did pause billing for the month of May, just so people aren't getting charged, because we haven't really done anything for a whole month. It's so sad. I want to do it again so badly.
Well, I hope you can do it soon. Lorelai, where can people find you?
You can find me at both on Twitter and Twitch at twitch.tv/JudgmentScythe and Twitter JudgmentScythe.
Hey, I'm really feeling it, guys. I'm really feeling it, guys.
I'm really feeling it.
I'm really feeling it, guys. It's Rhine time. Yeah, I'm Shorby SP on Twitter, on Twitch. You can find me there, and we'll talk about Xenoblade. We'll talk basically incredibly entirely about Xenoblade Chronicles. You can also find me on co-host at Solon. Just look up Solon on co-host, and you'll find me there. And that's where I'll actually talk business.
That's a good get.
And I rep them. They're cool folks. I really like that website. So if you want to see co-host stuff from Chooch, I'll post it all there because that's what I like doing.
Make a Chooch alt. Do it.
A Chooch alt? You sure about that one?
Yeah, might as well.
Scott?
I have co-host too. I could probably just do it myself.
Not a Gamesline one? You think it should be a Chooch?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we did games. Yeah. Okay. Let's end this, please. John, get me out of here, out of this wretched embarrassment. I'm so sorry I've besmirched us.
Fuck's sake. You can find me at JOHN_MICHONSKI on Twitter, and that's kind of it, because that's all I use. I'm sorry. I'm not cool enough to be using co-host.
Still trying to get on Blue Sky. Someone has to give me an invite.
Scott, get an invite to Blue Sky.
I'm trying.
And that'll do it. Be back next week with another episode of the Gamesline Podcast. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, chugga.
See ya. This is Gamesline.
That's fun.
Do you want me to do any other?
Yeah, do like a couple more. Give me a couple takes.
Okay. All right. This is Gamesline. This is Gamesline.
All right, now do it Italian.
This is a Gamesline.
Okay.
That was really good.
That was really good.
Second, I thought you were going to end up with your host, Horatio Sands.
Yeah. Bobby Moynihan.